I have here a package. It's one of these UPS bags, and I believe this one was sent to me by jfretless. He sent something in an email about okay. He said something in an email about a Yamazaki 12 and then a blind sample, of which he sent me a separate email with a label on it. But I haven't opened up that email yet, and I'm going to do it only after tasting the blind sample. So I think the blind sample from jfretless is going to be our sample Sunday. Oh, this is taped shut. Okay, I think I got the tape on that side. It's taped shut very well. Very, very well. What a box. Ow. I'm imagining that the contents are going to really be worth it. Okay, I probably got that open the wrong way, but I'm getting it open. Okay, here we are. Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap it with samples in it. And it looks like they're really big sample bottles too. That would be wonderful. It looks like they have some size to them, which is very, very promising. Maybe I should try these when I have guests over, so that we can all have some. Okay, here we go. Here it comes. Wow. What kind of wrapping is this? Fantastic. Fantastic. Each comes in its own baggie. And the baggie is full of bubble wrap. Oh, which one is this? This stuff is tough. It's extremely tough. Okay. There we are. Sample KCS 56. So this is probably the secret one, the one that I have not. I don't know what it is. So this one should be the Y12. Oh no, this one's easier to open than the other one. That's good. Sample Y12 and sample KCS 56. Oh! Oh! So one of these is Yamazaki 12 and one of them is something else. Y12. Y12 must be the Yamazaki 12. I mean, yeah. I'm a little slow sometimes, but I think I got that. Okay, so that's a Yamazaki 12. I'll put it in here with all my other samples. This is the KCS 56. And maybe I'll try it later tonight. Okay, I'm back later the same evening. And looks like I'll be going solo through this sample. Looks like a 500 ml sample. Well, we'll find out for sure. Looks like jfretless has used the same kind of shrink thing that was used by the malt muser Eric, and it's this stuff that seals the bottle completely. Let's see if I can get this off first before unscrewing the screw top. He got it on there very tight. Oh, come on. This is what I get for trimming my nails. Okay, come on. A little more. Some people actually like to see me struggle with these things. There we go. All right. This is the sample KCS 56, and I have no idea what it is, but I do have an email with a label, and maybe I will be able to copy that label and show you, to reveal to you what it is after I have tried this. There we go. 500 ml sample. And how do I know this? Because it goes to the fattest part of the Glencairn glass. Ah. I'm getting a corn sweetness. But I'm not getting all the spices that I would get in an American rye or a bourbon. This is not giving me any of those heavy vanilla, caramel, cherry, brown sugar. It's not doing that. This is coming across lighter. And it could be a Japanese blend, or it's possibly a Canadian blend too. But I'm leaning more towards Japanese just because the other thing that jfretless sent me was a Yamazaki 12. Okay. The other thing is that I'm not getting a lot of that rye. Although there may be some in there. Who knows what this is? But I'm leaning towards a Japanese blend or a Canadian blend. And leaning more heavily towards Japanese, just based on the nose. Nothing really sticks out. Nothing really stands out. Nothing really asserts itself above everything else. There's a little bit of a ginger note to it. Ginger note, corn husks, corn sweetness. There are multiple trails of tiny droplets going down. So I have no idea what the ABV could be. I'm going to be guessing around 45. Let's see what we get if we go for some actual legs. But I probably cleaned this glass all too well so that the whiskey, even if it may be oily, won't have anything to really stick to. Yeah, I was right. See, it came down again and we got these multiple trails of tiny droplets. If my voice sounds a little bit hoarse, it's because it is. I came down with a bit of a sniffle a couple nights ago. This is the third night, and it seems to be getting better. I had a lot of runny nose and postnasal drip, and I think I was a bit feverish. But as far as I could tell, as of this morning, I still have my sense of taste and smell, as I drank some whiskey, and it was okay. You know, now that I delve a little bit deeper, I'm getting some orchard fruits like red apples, maybe some pears. Don't ask me which variety of pears, but it's kind of an orchard fruit sort of pear thing, apple thing. but nothing really sticks out. Everything that I'm getting on the nose, at least, is kind of blended together so that there are no rough edges. And like I said, nothing stands out. Everything is well-rounded. And all the flavors kind of meld into each other. Or at least on the nose, that's what I'm getting. Maybe a touch, just a tiny touch of cinnamon. I often get cinnamon with red apples. When I get red apples, I usually get a bit of cinnamon spice. But not much. Nothing really stands out here. Okay. KCS 56. Okay. Let's give it a taste. Whoa. This appears to be much stronger than what I got on the nose. Initially, there's a great big wave of banana. Zoom, banana. Banana, 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 banana. Then it transitions to perfumey floral, but a very intense perfumey floral. So much so that it overpowers the senses. I didn't know what to expect with this. I'm going to have a second sip. What I'm getting on the nose really does not prepare me for what I get on the palate. I thought it was going to be light and easy and smooth, and no, it's got some hug to it as well. Not much at first, but then it transitions to banana popsicle, but not cold, hot banana popsicle, if that can be imagined. And then it's very spicy. There's a spicy, 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 long finish. It just hangs on the edges and the tip of my tongue. And it's sweet, too. It's sweet with the banana, but the banana fades when it goes from nothing with some in the mouth. As soon as I swallow it, it transitions to banana. And now that is hanging on. That spicy finish is just hanging on. Wow. Wow. This kind of reminds me of the first Japanese whiskey I ever tried. It was at a whiskey festival about 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 years ago. The first Victoria Whiskey Festival I went to. And there was this one table where everybody was crowding at that table, and I wondered what it was, and it ended up being Japanese whiskey. Well, I'd never seen a lot of Japanese whiskey on the shelf, and I thought, okay, well, let's try one. And I did have one, and I forget which one it was, but when I had it, it was like nothing when I first put it in my mouth. And then when I swallowed, there was a transition, and then the flavors just punched out. And it gave me big flavors. And I remember that moment from, that whiskey festival years ago. And usually I don't remember whiskey festival moments because they all become a great big blur after a while. Okay. This is an interesting blind sample. I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. I'm going to go with 1 spoon because I think it's quite strong. It could be about 48% ABV. But the real truth is going to be when I actually take a look at the label, which I still have on email. Once again, I'm getting that very light, a little bit of orchard fruits, a little bit of cinnamon spice, but just a little bit. Nothing really stands out here. You know, the lack of complexity on the nose, the lack of strength on the nose could also be a function of a high ABV, because that was real strong when it went in my mouth. Yeah, there's a little bit of vanilla, little tiny little bit of ginger, and some of that apple and pear. A little bit more spice now than there was before I put the water in. Okay, let's see. What do we get on the palate? Okay. Basically, it's the same in that there is that banana popsicle note on the transition, and then I'm going towards a very spicy finish on the edges and on the tip of my tongue. It's a long, spicy finish, but a lot of the heat that was in there before I added the water is gone. It's not so hot anymore. Now it's more enjoyable, definitely. Very spicy, long finish. Hell, I wonder what this is. I'm going to have to find out soon. But I might save it for sipping while I'm editing tonight, because even though this is the Sample Sunday video, which will show up last in the scheme of things, in the order of things, the other three videos from this week, I haven't recorded them yet. I have 3 full bottles, and I'm going to start recording those 3, and I might come back to this while editing, because it's very interesting. A little bit light on the nose for my taste. Oh, that banana popsicle is just delicious. Now I'm getting a little bit of cherry, and the cherry is like the red cherries in a Del Monte fruit cup. And now I'm becoming a little more acclimatized to it. There is a spicy finish, but it's not as spicy as it was. Very nice dram. Very interesting dram. Maybe a little bit spicier than I like, but I'm not going to quibble too much. I want to find out what this is. Let me check my email. It takes a little while for email to come up when you've got iMovie going. And let's see. Let's see now. There he is. Y12 from jfretless. And the message is, looks like the package was delivered today. Hope it arrived safely. And this was on the 14th of February. So like 2.5 weeks ago. Wow. Sent 2 samples, one Y12 and another one. I will send you a picture of the labels once you respond to the email. You can taste the second sample blind or open my next email to see the label. Well, now that I've tried it blind, let's see the label. Oh, interesting. That was the Yamazaki 12 was the first one. Okay. And the other one is the Kayo. Kayo in Japanese Mizunara oak. Very interesting. And I never went for the Kayo, thinking that it wasn't going to be all that good. But it's quite nice. And the Mizunara, it says Mizunara oak, but the Mizunara is not, it doesn't come across like a Glendalough Mizunara. But now that I think about it, that long, spicy finish is probably from the Mizunara oak. Very, very interesting. And that banana popsicle note. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Now I know where the spice comes from. And I was pretty sure that it was Japanese. And I was right. Single cask strength whiskey. Does it say single malt? And no, it doesn't say single malt. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. Bravo. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.